Welcome to Brain Wreck. I'm Jason X.
And I'm Kevin Graham.
And this is the podcast that is a mere 6 days away from Halloween.
You're right.
Yeah, I did math.
Yeah.
Like I had to calculate and everything.
Yeah, it's good for you.
Yeah, I'm prepared.
Good.
Ish.
I'm glad.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're getting closer.
We're getting close.
We're getting close.
You have your plan set.
I am.
You're not going to be here.
No.
Yeah.
I'm leaving on a jet plane.
You're going to be. Is it a jet plane though?
It's JetBlue.
So does that mean it is in fact a jet plane? Are all planes jet planes?
At this point, I think so.
Or are some planes just jets?
Well,
or is a plane a plane? What if it's a plane?
Then I think
does that make a difference?
I think Harrison Ford's driving it. Then I don't know.
Word.
Which I wouldn't trust. But anyway, you are correct. I am not going to be here for Halloween. It is the first year since I've lived in my house that I'm not going to be here for Halloween.
Oh, okay.
So
where have you gone in the past? Let's learn this about you.
What do you mean? I've been here. What do you
mean?
Wait,
the first time since you've moved. Oh, okay. See, I thought it was like a whole general thing.
No.
Like I thought previously you've gone places.
No. So,
okay.
And it's a little disappointing not being able, because we haven't done any of the decorations. We haven't done any of like the pumpkin carving.
You feel like you're really not in the spirit yet.
Not in the spirit yet, but I mean, like I said, we are going to Disney.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party on Halloween.
Oh.
So there's going to be a Halloween parade. The Headless Horseman will be there.
That seems scary.
Yeah, a little bit. Then there's going to be fireworks.
Okay.
And you can trick or treat around the park.
Nice.
Yeah. So
that sounds like it'd be a fun time.
It's going to be a
dandy
time. Sounds
like it's going to be hot as balls, but.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I went for a very thin.
It's good.
Costume. Yeah. So I came a little bit prepared.
That's good.
Now, do you have any Halloween plans as of current?
As of current, no, because we kind of already did our Halloween thing.
Right. Yeah, the party.
This past weekend, we did a party, and from what I was told, everybody had a good time. I don't really remember. I mean... and we usually do those closer to the actual day of Halloween.
Sure.
One of Christy's friends was in town, and we were like, oh, screw it, let's just do it this weekend.
Yeah.
So we, good amount of people came out. You know what is one thing I don't understand about parties, though?
What's that?
See, okay, because, like, I never really did the whole party thing when I was, like, a teenager or whatnot.
Okay.
Like, we did, like, the large group hangout sessions.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, we've thrown a few parties, and it seems like every time we have one, everybody always hangs out in the kitchen. I mean, that is where the food is.
Yes.
It's closest to the beer, which all makes sense because I'm a guy who loves to eat and drink, sometimes at the same time. So, you got the quick access. You can chat. You can get some nibblies. You can have a sip. You can go walk out to the balcony. But, like, we have this whole apartment.
Right.
We had the dining room. Nobody was hanging out in there. A couple people were hanging out in the living room area because we had the TV and they were playing some games. But for the most part, like, it was like a couple hours. Like, everybody just stayed in the kitchen.
I think it's a thing where nobody wants to commit.
Like, commit to partying?
No. Like, commit to a spot.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, and this is especially true if there's a lack of seating at a party.
But we had no lack of seating. That's the thing.
But I'm just saying if.
Okay.
Okay, because in a case where if you have a lack of seating, you sit down, if you get up,
oh, it's gone.
It's gone,
right?
So and that's a big commitment because once you sit down, you don't want to lose your seat, but that leaves you lacking conversation throughout everybody else in the party.
Yeah, see, because like when I go to a party, like I kind of like to float from room to room. So like I'll go and I'll sit down on the couch for a couple minutes, talk to whoever's there. Then I'm like, oh, I don't like this conversation. I need to go get another beer. I'll be right back. And then I fuck off for 20 minutes.
Right.
And then I go into the beer room, and then there's some weirdos in there. So I'm like, oh, I need to go get some food. And then I go, it basically that's the way my
you make a loop out of it.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. But like everybody mostly just hung out in the kitchen, which I was like, all right, that's fine as long as they're having fun. As I kind of alluded to, I had a little bit too much fun. So that was a fun morning. But yeah, like that was really our big Halloween plan. Like we don't have anything in particular going on this weekend. I'm pushing for us to go out to the bars.
Oh, okay.
Because like
because you haven't had enough apparently.
Hey, no. I mean, it's Halloween, you
Okay.
know. And plus, like, I got this costume that I spent a lot of money on. So
you want to get your money's worth.
I'm just trying to get my money's worth.
Right.
I'm trying to go out in the town and look good, like that sort of thing.
Okay.
You know, she's got her costume. I'm sure she would like to wear it more than once.
That's the thing, is like you want to get the most bang for your buck.
Yeah, because like it really sucks to spend like $150 putting a costume together, and then you wear it one time and you only remember like half that night.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're gonna be pushing, go out Saturday night. Gonna try to find something to do the night of Halloween. Since it's on a Tuesday, it's kind of lame, but
it's always the worst.
Yeah,
it's always the worst. But like, and I don't know from a child's perspective. I don't know what's worse is either having it on a lame night like a Tuesday, or having it on like a Saturday night. Because
why would a Saturday night be worse?
Follow me here.
Oh, okay. I will follow you on this journey.
So if it's on a Saturday night,
right,
you have to wait all through Saturday to wait.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's during the week, you're distracted by school. You got to go eat lunch. There's typically a Halloween parade.
I don't think that kids are really upset about waiting if it's on a Saturday night. I feel like it's always better when it's on like a Friday or Saturday because, I mean,
Friday's optimal. Friday's the idea.
Yeah, I think it is because then you get 2 days to recover.
From your candy coma.
Exactly. But like if you got the day off that day, I mean, you just prepare basically. If you're a kid, like you get your costume out, you watch some scary shit on TV, you play some games. Like, believe me, like young children are occupying their time well enough. They don't,
I mean, they have the internet nowadays.
Yeah, they've got the internet. It's, you know, it's just like a reverse Christmas, you know.
Okay.
Like they just wait till the end of the night because, you know, instead of running through all of that excitement first thing in the morning.
A reverse Christmas. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. That's a good one.
It's a coin term.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Okay.
So like that's kind of the game plan we have. Friday night, obviously the big thing, Stranger Things releases.
Yes, took the day off.
Season 2. You've got the day off. I do not have the day off.
No.
Which is fine. Like, I'm okay with that.
Right.
However, I was told that I am to come straight home after work.
Okay.
I am not to go to the gym. Because if I am not home when Christy's home after work, she said she's just gonna start it without me.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's a dick move.
I mean, it was a rough patch because I'm torn between, you know, my love for going to the gym and my love for Netflix binge watching. So it's you know.
That's not a hard decision for me. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I'm sure. Because we talked about this previously. Because you leave for Florida the next day, right?
Saturday at like 5 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Oh, brother, that is rough.
Yep.
Because we were trying to come up with a way for you to go to work that day and then binge watch it from the time you get home until the time you touch down in Florida.
And it just wasn't going to happen.
No. I feel like it could have been going to the gym on Stranger Things night is a dick move. I mean,
she's not wrong.
That's okay. You know, I've got it coming at me from two angles here. I'll you know, it is what it is.
Right.
You know. But yeah, so you didn't think it was possible to binge watch the show from the time you got home to the time you touched down in Florida. I think it was perfectly possible.
Well, the thing is, like, I got kids, man. Like, and my kids, they can't watch that creepy shit.
I was gonna say they don't want to watch Stranger Things.
No, not unless they want nightmares for the rest of forever.
I mean,
so
you just gotta weigh your options here.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to wake up to a kid screaming in the middle of the night. So I will gladly take the day off. Start my vacation a day early, even to binge Stranger Things. So I'm pretty excited about that.
So, and I think it's only 9 episodes this season.
Oh, okay, that's one more than last season. Last season was 8.
I thought it was 12.
No, it was only 8.
No, I mean, I thought this season was 12.
Oh, it was going to be 12.
I mean,
okay.
It could be 12, and I could just be like, getting
I
it all
certainly
wrong.
fucking hope not, because I'm not going to make it through 12. I'll tell you that much.
That is a long haul. And
Yeah.
I mean, Netflix is usually, they try to keep everything contained with their original shows to like 10 episodes.
Something like that, yeah.
Or so. So Friday, the big thing is Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, yep.
And I'll probably grab Taco Bell on the way home just to sweeten the pot. So yeah, and then whatever else happens that weekend. I mean, I could be in costume all weekend, to be honest with you.
I mean, you should be. There's no reason not to be.
At this point, yeah, like I might go to the gym Saturday in costume.
Oh well, doing dips and overalls is not going to be a fun thing. So
I mean, no, but it's you got to commit.
That's true.
So
that's true.
I'll just work on my jumping.
There was a place in the mall this year that on Halloween, if you go to there, it was the All-Star Tavern. That was the former Revolutions, the bowling place.
Oh, the bowling place.
Yeah,
okay.
if you go there in costume on Halloween, you get like a free play card for their arcade or something like that.
See, now last time I was there, I'm pretty sure all they had was like Hydro Thunder and a claw machine.
Yeah, like
it's pretty limited from what I remember.
It is limited. We went there for we had a very strange experience of going there for the grand opening.
Okay.
The VIP grand opening.
Oh.
Where the wife won a contest and she got to go, and it was kind of incredible because I showed up in like a Hawaiian shirt and like khakis and like and she showed up in like a Haunted Mansion dress, and then like everybody else was suit and tie.
Oh,
it was
really?
It was like a black tie affair.
Like they did not tell you what VIP really
No.
meant. You thought it was just like, come check it out a day early, bring the kids, and it was like hoity-toity.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Business professional. Oh man.
Yeah, and then they had it was everything was free. You got 2 drink tickets for the bar. There was food stations where there was like a taco station. There was a pizza station. There was a carving station.
This is the type of VIP I can get down on.
There was an appetizer station, which was my favorite. They had 5 different kinds of chicken wings, meatballs, nachos, the whole thing. So like we ate our asses off.
Right.
And then had a couple drinks. And the funny thing about that is, right before we went to that party, like probably a couple weeks before, my grandma passed away.
Okay, yeah.
And she had always talked about when she was at our wedding or whatever the case may be, her drink of choice was a Manhattan.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we got our free drink tickets, my wife goes, you know what? In honor of your grandma, I'm going to get a Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
It is undrinkable. It is. Have you ever had one before?
I'm pretty sure I have.
It is the most boozy, like over the top.
Maybe you just got a bad one.
I don't know, but like we both took a sip of it and was like, Jesus Christ, Grandma, no wonder you're not here. Like, holy fuck.
Oh my God. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure I've had one or two. Like, if it's what I remember it being, like, yeah, like they definitely hit you pretty hard. But like, it's a good stiff drink.
It is.
Like,
yeah.
It's,
we were not expecting that. we were not prepared.
It's one of those things that like you can't do at like a rager.
Oh no!
It's very much like a chill evening. You go to
you gently sip it throughout the evening.
Yes, you have maybe 2 or 3 throughout the night. It's not a Jack and Coke where you're just downing them at the bar.
Exactly.
For 8 hours or whatever.
Jeez,
bro. I mean, truth be told, you should probably only be having about 1 or 2 Long Islands a night, but
that's debatable.
I mean, I've been to that hell.
Well, I mean,
I had to have my ass dragged out
at my wedding. I don't know if you recall or not, but when we got there, I go up to the bartender and I said Long Island, and he goes, Long Island, that's like the 5th one I've made.
Oh yeah,
so far, and he's like, is that gonna be like the thing? And I was like, knowing this crowd, yeah, probably. Yep. And he's like, all right. And he goes, hey, Steve, go get me more mixer.
That was like kind of the way at my buddy's wedding this summer. Like I had already had a few, and like I wasn't really feeling it yet, and I was like, well, I should probably kick this up a notch before it gets too late. And then I was like, I'll take a Long Island. And then sure enough, did the trick. Yep.
You're in good shape.
I was in great shape at that point.
Yeah. So, yeah, that'll kill you.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Now, let's get into the topic of conversation.
Yes, because we discussed this briefly prior to coming here tonight.
You had mentioned an incident that happened. So why don't you tell your story, and then we'll go into the overall topic of today's discussion.
So cats are assholes.
Well, yeah.
I mean, big time assholes.
I've got one.
You've got one. I have two. You know, separated, they're fine. Well, I mean, in all honesty, like it's really only one of them that's a real pain in the ass.
Is it the new one or the
old
one?
It's the new one.
Okay, well, that was a mistake.
I mean, we're working through it. So we had gotten a new cat over the summer, and everything seemed fine at first. Like, he was a new cat. Like, when we went and checked him out, like, he was a little skittish, which is to be expected.
Yeah, it's a cat.
So, and usually with cats, whenever you get a new one, you try to like isolate them at first, and then slowly bring them out into the rest of the house or the apartment, whatever it might be. So at first, it seemed like the two cats were going to be fine together. And then once we started to let them roam freely, the new one just kept being a fucking asshole and attacking the other one.
Okay.
And so like this has been an issue ongoing for a while now. So we had always made his sort of central base in our office, which is in the back of our apartment.
Okay.
And he's a real big asshole whenever we put him in there, because he'll just scratch the doors the entire time.
Right.
And he'll bang on the doorknob, like to the point where I had to start putting like a hoodie or a bathrobe like on the door, so he couldn't get to the doorknob.
Right.
But then he'd like scratch the shit out of the door.
Okay.
So I've had like a hoodie on the back of the door for a little while now. And for whatever reason, this door has a deadbolt.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, we don't have a key to it.
Oh.
So, and I had it hanging on the deadbolt. And I didn't really think anything of it at the time. So he attacked the old cat last night. So and what I'm doing now is anytime he's being a real bitch, I throw him in the shower. Basically hosing him off. Fuck
you, buddy.
I mean, it's gotten to the point where like the spray, and we've gone through 2 spray bottles since the summer. Like,
damn.
Yeah. So, and plus he kind of stinks too. So,
are you sure it's a cat?
Am I sure he's a cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not like a skunk in disguise.
Okay,
it's not.
Well, Pepe Le Pew.
It's not Pepe Le Pew trying to get laid here.
All right. You sure?
So, so he's kind of smelly sometimes. So now whenever he acts up or does something really bad, throw him in the shower to give him a bath, which he fucking hates.
Well, of course, he's a cat.
And then, we throw him in the back office to isolate him, essentially. Right. Well, we threw him in there, and then he was scratching at the door for a while, and we yelled at him, and he stopped. And it was like 11 o'clock, so we were getting ready to go to bed, and we've been leaving food out for him at night, so he would hopefully chill the fuck out a little bit.
Sure.
And I go to open up the office door, and I just, like, slam into it. And I was like, hey, Christy, did you lock this? And she was like, no. And I'm like checking it, and I'm like, yep, it's locked, all right. And she's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I don't know. Like the thing is locked. And then we deduced that he must have pulled on the hoodie
to do the deadbolt
so hard that he locked the deadbolt.
Oh boy, that you don't have a key for.
We don't have a key for. I don't know why we have a key or why we don't have a key for it. It's probably something we should ask the landlord now. I mean, like, we never had a need to lock it.
Sure.
Previously.
Right. It could be if you get the key, it could be your new panic room.
So, and like, there's a little bit of like of a oh shit freak out moment going on with us.
Sure.
So we're like, or Chrissy was like, can we pick it? And I'm like, I tried figuring out how to pick locks in college. Like, it is not. It's harder than what the internet makes it out to be.
It's not as easy as Skyrim makes it out to,
no. Like you don't really like level up after just like roaming the city for a few hours and get better at lockpicking. Like I spent an entire finals week one semester trying to figure out how to pick a lock. It's tough. And like you really need like the right tools to figure. Never mind, I'm not gonna get into it. That was a bad idea. So, you know, we went through all the keys we had in the house. We had like a spare set elsewhere that I went and got. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, shit. And I'm like, maybe we wait and we just call locksmith tomorrow.
Right.
But Christy was like, I'm working from home tomorrow. My computer's in there.
Oh no!
I have homework I need to do. All of her stuff.
All the reasons.
I mean, like he would have been fine because like he had water in there and
right.
box. So I'm like shit. And the way it's set up in our apartment, so we've got the back office, and then if you look through the window in the office, like. Maybe like 2 or 3 feet in front of you and to the right is the balcony, is our back balcony.
Oh.
So I was like, there's probably only one way to get in there.
Oh no.
Because like I was thinking about breaking the door, but we would have taken out the entire door frame.
Right, because it's deadbolt.
Right, and then I was like, maybe I can come in through the ceiling.
Hold on, was it a swing? Is it a swing out or a swing in?
It was a swing in.
So you couldn't have taken the hinges off.
The hinges were on the inside.
Okay.
It's a very poorly designed door.
Okay.
Like the whole setup is bad.
Sure.
So I was like, ooh, maybe I can drop in from the ceiling, but I was like, no, that's stupid because it's not a drop ceiling. So like really and then we tried like taking the door. We took the doorknob off. And it was like, because we thought maybe what we can do is like grab the hoodie, like knock that down and maybe like fish something up.
Right. Yeah.
Basically any idea you could have had. So
sure.
Long story short, I go out to the balcony, I look over, and I'm able to reach the window, lift up the screen, and luckily the window wasn't locked, so I could lift that up. And there was a gap, probably, I mean, those that listening at home won't be able to get this
right.
But like those watching, it was maybe like
about 3 feet.
It was a far enough distance to make you worry.
Okay.
And it was pretty much the angle is what was awful.
Okay.
So I'm looking over there and I'm like, I think I can do this.
Now keep in mind, I think a very important part to the story is that your apartment is on the second story.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Okay. So
I mean, other ways I could have just gone to the backyard and crawled in.
Yes.
So we are on the second floor.
Yes.
So it would have been a 1-story drop to the yard, which, you know, I don't know if that would kill me.
It would break your leg, I think.
I think something would have broken. I mean, it
depends on how you take the bump.
So I was gonna say I can bump, but it's been a while, so you know maybe I'd be okay. So I was like, I think I can get this. So like I straddled the balcony, and then I was like, because like I'm looking down, and like then it just starts raining.
Of course, why not?
And I'm like, God damn it, this is not like I'm gonna die because this fucking cat is an idiot,
right?
And got himself locked in the only room that you can really get yourself locked into,
right?
So like it took a couple 2-3 minutes to really build up the cojones to go, all right, I just got to go for it at this point. So I had to and it took me a couple of times. So I was sitting on it and I had the window open and I had to figure out a way to stretch across the gap so that I can easily just flow myself right in. And again, it took a couple minutes, but for a second I looked down, I'm like, oh, I'm going to die. But I was able to get in, and then I managed to, I got one leg in, hooked from underneath the window, and then just pulled myself through.
Right.
And then I got in, and I was like, I did it! And then I go to open up the door, and I forgot there wasn't a door handle on it. Because I'd taken the doorknob off. So it took a couple of minutes to figure out how to get myself out of the office that I risked life and potential limb to get into.
Okay. Now, was the cat grateful?
No, the cat was a fucking asshole, man. Like, still an asshole. So, but yeah, like, and you know, we talked a little bit about like near-death experiences, and
yeah,
so, I don't want to say that was a near-death experience, but like, I feel like
it was a scary situation.
It was risky.
It was risky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and there's been, I mean, I've had plenty of those in my life as well, and I thought we'd bring that to the topic of conversation. You know, maybe like you said, not so much maybe near-death experiences, but maybe startling experiences, risky business.
The real Tom Cruise stuff.
Yeah. Let me get my tighty whities on, ladies and gentlemen. I had a situation today, actually.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Not anywhere close to what you had to deal with, but gave me quite a scare. Okay.
Right.
So I was at Walmart picking up kind of last couple things for the trip.
I was at Walmart too today.
How about that?
When were you there?
Oh, I don't fucking know. Like 6 o'clock.
I mean, I was there about like 6:30.
Okay. Well,
we just missed each other.
Passers in the night.
Like 2 ships in the night.
Yeah. So anyway, you would have seen me if you went to take a shit, because this is where my story starts.
Oh, as any good story does.
As any good story does. So anyway, we're picking up the last couple things that we need for the trip, and we had just had Taco Bell for dinner, and it started hitting me.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Well, let me go take care of some business. So I go into the bathroom, not the front bathroom, but the one in the back.
The one in the back.
Yeah. So I go to the one in the back, right?
Smart choice.
And I go into the stall and what have you, and I sit down and do my business, and I'm sitting there and what have you, and then the toilet drops.
What?
5 inches.
No.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
I shit you not.
Were like what were the Goonies trying to find One-Eyed Willie's treasure, like banging on all the pipes trying to get people to notice them?
I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck happened, but like it was one of those like great googly moogle kind of things, you know, like.
So wait,
I need to get the fuck out of here.
So you're just sitting there doing your business, and then like it just sinks into the floor.
Well, it's one of those. The setup is that it's one of those that hangs off the wall. So it must have like one of the bolts must have like given way, and it kind of like leaned forward, like kind of like did one of these gimmicks. And like, but like I'm sitting there minding my own business, and all of a sudden, whoop, just like, God, I'm out of here.
I feel like, not the stereotype or generalize, but I feel like the Walmart clientele would do some damage on those things.
Well, of course. So, but no harm, no foul.
Okay.
Now the wife is in the chat.
Yeah.
And she's bringing up probably the closest I ever actually came
to
dying.
Okay.
Yes. We were young. Sort of.
As we all were at one point.
At one point in time. Just started dating. We had been dating for a month or 2 months, something like that. And, I'm more into like, the rock scene, the alternative scene, that kind of thing. She's more into like the electronic scene.
The Dayglow people.
Yeah. The ravers and what have you.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Hey, do you want to go to this concert with me?" Mm-hmm. And I'm like, "I like music. I'll go."
Yeah.
What is it? And she goes, "It's Infected Mushroom."
What the fuck is that?
Infected Mushroom is one of those EDM bands.
Sure.
That the kids like to rave to, and there's plenty of things passed around in the crowd.
Okay.
And,
hopefully no infected mushrooms. I would.
Well, you never know. And people do the glow stick twirling. And
okay.
It's that scene.
All right.
And she's like, okay, well, and she's like, it's in Philadelphia.
All right.
And I'm like, okay, I like road trips, that kind of thing. Yeah. And, we had just started dating, so, I want to press the lady kind of thing and be supportive and what have you. So I was like, okay, let's go. So it's me, her, and then my friend Mike at the time. Mm-hmm. And Mike was he was the kind of guy that could get you something.
Okay.
Yeah,
I feel like everybody's got a mic.
Yeah, he came a packing to that show.
Okay.
And so we're there. Oh, side story
to
this story.
I love it. There's a side quest.
So we get there, okay? And we typically here in upstate New York, when we go to a concert, you know, it's like a 7 o'clock show.
Right.
You get there maybe half an hour early. You get in, get your seat, whatever the case may be. So we get there, right? And that's our experience. So we get there probably around like 5 o'clock, and we're in Philadelphia, so we're going to go get a cheesesteak, of course, you know, because that's just what you do.
True.
And I think we went to Pat's, just so everybody knows. And so we go up to the venue, and we, you know, hand them their tickets and to get in, probably about like 6:30 for the 7 o'clock show, right? And so I scan the tickets, we go inside, and we walk in, and there, I don't know what the fuck we walked in on. The venue is full of tweens, and there's this guy on stage who's like, he must have been like the pop singer of the time, like a plain white tees or something like something of a pop like that the kids like.
Okay.
Like singer-songwriter
just some whiny ass white dude with a guitar.
Yes.
Okay.
And of course he had like the harmonica thing around his neck and all that kind of thing.
Don't even
so we walked in and we're like, where are we? Like, I don't know why we're here. I don't know what we're watching, but we're clearly not where we're supposed to be for the concert that we're looking to see. So we go up to the security guard and we go, hey, man, is this like the opening act for Infected Mushroom? Very confused.
Which is a normal thing to ask
right?
Anybody, really.
And the guy goes, oh, no, this is blah, blah, blah. That show isn't till 11 o'clock tonight.
Oh, okay. So you're a little early.
Well, not only that, but I have never been to a place that has done multiple shows in the same venue in the same night.
Yeah.
So we were all confused as to.
So it wasn't just like a lead-in to.
Yeah. So,
like an opener for an opener. You get the local people. You get, you know.
No,
okay.
we were at the wrong show.
Oh, okay.
But they scanned our tickets to get in.
Oh.
So I don't know how the hell
how
how
does that work?
So my buddy Mike, who's the guy that can get you anything, is talking to the security guy, and he's like, hey, man, are we going to have like a problem because they scanned our tickets? Like, are they going to say that they're already used? And he's just like, just come find me.
See, now, let me just say something, because there's always that one security guard who's like, look, I know you're in here now. If you have any problems, just come find me. And then you leave and you come back, and they're like, hey, I'm looking for Dave. They're like, fuck's Dave? You know,
right?
Dave don't work here. You ain't got no ticket. You need to get the fuck off.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
Is we're in line. Fast forward a couple hours. We're
all
in line.
Right.
And the people we're in line with, we are clearly at the right place at this point.
Okay. Yeah.
So we know we're in the right line.
So now you're good.
So lo and behold, we get up there, and we're waiting in line. And, you know, we're kind of having a little anxiety, like, how are we going to find the security guard? Like,
right. Yeah.
The security guard comes out because he's going home for the evening.
Oh.
We see. And my buddy Mike goes, hey, man, like, remember us? We're the thing. And he's just like, and he goes to the ticket person's, like, right there. And he goes, hey, man, these guys are cool. Just let them in. And so we go in before everybody else.
Oh, right on. Yeah. Dave came through.
So like that worked out.
Right on, man.
So we we go to the show, partying, having a good time, that whole thing, and then the show lets out. So it was an 11 o'clock show. The show probably let out at 5 a.m.
Oh, well, is this a 2CW show?
Something happened.
Jeez.
So the thing, like, show let out in like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
We gotta drive back to Syracuse.
Yeah,
because the wife's got to work in the afternoon.
Oh, no, so you take the next day off.
Yeah, well, that's what I told her, but God damn it, you know, she wouldn't listen to me. But anyway, so we get into the car, and the guy who we parked in the parking garage.
Sure, yeah.
The guy who's lifting the gate for the parking garage is asleep. and we cannot wake him up.
I feel like you have this problem very often. I feel like this is a common occurrence in your life.
We could not wake him up for anything.
Wow.
Banging on the thing, honking the horn.
Right.
Doing anything to wake this guy up. Eventually, he's like this, and he just kind of goes, boop, hits the button, and the thing goes up, and we get out of there. We didn't even pay, to go into the garage.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
that part was cool.
Right on.
Anyway, to get to the part where we almost died, because all that's kind of will lead up to this,
sure,
right?
Yeah.
So, in a time span of being awake, we drove to Philly, went to the wrong concert, went to the right concert, had a good time, came back, spent an hour trying to get out of the fucking parking garage because the guy was asleep.
Oh my God, that's the best.
So about the time we hit the road, it's about 7 o'clock, and it's about a 4-hour drive back home.
Yeah, it's a ways.
So my buddy Mike's driving.
Okay, good old Mike.
And he had the best time of everybody.
Oh, good old Mike.
Good old Mike, right? So we get about, I would say, we get about to Binghamton.
Okay, almost home. So it's like the home stretch.
We're about an hour out. And I'm asleep.
Yep.
The wife's asleep.
Yep.
Mike's driving. I hear rumble strips. I wake up. Mike's asleep.
Now the question is, for how long has he been asleep?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I hear the rumble strips, and I wake up. I see that Mike's asleep, and in front of me, I just see Cliff.
Oh, brother.
And I was just like, Mike!
Yeah.
And he wakes up and jerks the wheel back into the road.
Jesus.
And he goes, hey, man, do you mind driving?
Yes, at that point, yeah, because you're not sleeping for 2 days.
No, I was scared awake. I just put on some music, sang my ass all the way for the hour.
Holy crap.
But, man, I tell you, I have never been so scared.
Yeah, like that's not a good thing. I mean, who wants to wake up to that shit? No, man.
I will never forget that.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, and we accidentally met the band in a mini mart.
Oh, Infected Mushroom?
Yes, but they said that they were the cousins of the band. Like they
really?
They kind of did that whole shenanigans.
No, we're not the band today.
But anyway,
it's like, come on, don't be a dick.
So so like that was like the closest I've come to actually dying.
Wow.
And it was pretty close.
That's intense. Yeah.
You got anything like that?
Nothing like that, really. I mean, I've been in some near crashes where the person was wide awake.
Okay, well that's just an asshole.
Yeah, just a bad driver. I've been with a number of those. I don't think I've ever really had too many like near death experiences.
Now, is there a situation that you have like that you are not constantly in fear of, but it's like something where you know something could happen in this situation, so you take precautions?
I mean, not really. Like there's things I won't do. Because there is that risk. Like, you always hear people are like, oh, we're gonna go climb like a water tower. And I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
Like, that's no thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pretend like you didn't say that, and if you die tomorrow, I'll just be really sad. Yeah, like I like heights, like I'm not afraid of heights. But I'm afraid of like not having the right safety equipment.
Okay.
If I'm at a high place or like if there's like limited floor space around me, then I'm like, I don't like this.
I'd rather not.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, like nothing really like comes to mind. What about you?
There's one thing that is a big fear of mine.
Okay.
And it may seem strange to some people, but I'm sure multiple people.
There's at least one other person who's afraid of this, you think?
Well, who has died from this.
Do you know this for a fact?
Well, I'm assuming because it's such a terrible, dangerous thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm talking about mozzarella sticks.
Wait. Mozzarella sticks? Why?
Yes. Because let's just face it, mozzarella sticks are delicious.
Yes, they are.
They are a great bar food.
Yes, it is.
An Italian classic.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, a mock Italian classic.
It's a bar food classic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect, right? Let me tell you, mozzarella sticks is a choking hazard.
I mean, pretty much any food is a choking hazard.
No.
Any food is a choking hazard if you really put your mind to it.
Like we said, it's a bar staple, right?
Sure, yeah.
So you've had a couple.
Right.
You're feeling good.
Exactly.
You're like, oh man, I wish I could really have some food right now.
Yeah.
And so you either go to the bar, or if they serve food, or you go to the Denny's, right? Because it's like 4 fucking o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And it's a terrible decision. So you get the sampler.
Yes, you do.
Right.
That's the way to go.
And then you eat a mozzarella stick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you string the cheese out, and as you're munching on the cheese, you swallow just a little too early. You didn't chew it quite good enough.
I mean,
and you're drunk, and you're helpless, and you're choking, and Flo, the waitress, doesn't give a fuck because she's dealt with 4 fucking drunk tables at the same time. Nobody cares. You're dead because of a fucking mozzarella stick.
So I think the way you look at it, because I feel like at that point you're not really getting enough cheese down your gullet to really warrant you dying. Like your windpipe isn't fully clogged at that point.
It could be.
I feel like what you're envisioning is like, you start swallowing the cheese as it's stretched out, and then it's kind of like the fungus in the Super Mario Brothers movie where it just expands randomly, and just like you choke and die.
well, that's the thing is like if you're doing this gimmick, right?
Yeah.
And you break it off, but then you kind of put everything else in your mouth. You got all that cheese in there, man. And then that
just pull it out.
You can.
Yes, you can.
Because it fucking gets clogged. And then you die.
Has this happened to you before?
Many times.
Really?
Yes.
You've choked on a mozzarella stick.
Almost every single time I have a mozzarella stick.
Oh my god!
And they're so delicious. I can't help
They
myself.
are delicious.
See, I'm really choking's a really weird thing for me. Because when I was really little, like probably 4 or 5 or something like that,
right.
I choked really bad on a chicken bone from a chicken wing.
I mean, that's an understandable
And it was a
fear.
scary fucking situation where my parents literally had me upside down shaking me trying to get the fucking thing out, right? So I am always sensitive when it comes to choking. And then the scenario I just described happened to me when I was really drunk. And I didn't necessarily choke, but like I could feel it like kind of like start to choke me a little. And like I had like an epiphany, like, oh my God, this could be it kind of thing.
Yeah.
And ever since then, like anything that's stringy, anything that's like
so like what is your opinion of string cheese?
Well, I don't really eat string cheese, so
why? Because it's like a weird thing?
Well, I had a weird thing when I was a kid. Like
you had another weird thing this time with string.
I was kind of a weird kid.
You have a weird thing with cheese. I'm finding.
Yeah, this one goes with cheese as well. When I was a kid, I would only eat melted cheese.
Okay.
Because I did not like cold cheese.
I'm sure you were afraid of choking on said cheese.
I don't know if it was that. I just didn't like the taste or the texture.
I don't like cold cheese.
It just not
cheese
wasn't a
was
fan.
one of my favorite foods.
And
it still is.
To be honest with you, it took probably only till 2 or 3 years ago that I put cheese on like a sandwich.
Okay.
That
wasn't like Cheese Whiz or.
No, that wasn't like a toasted sandwich. That was just like a cold sandwich. Okay. So I've gotten over that. I've gotten better.
Well, good for you. Yeah, you're making progress in the world.
Yeah, I'm the victim.
Victimized by cheese.
That's right. Government cheese. I think everybody was victimized by that. But anyway. So like choking's like a real big thing to me.
Yeah, I mean like choking is, I feel like, a very reasonable fear to have. However, I feel like choking on a mozzarella stick,
it could happen.
Hey, anything could happen.
You get all those all-you-can-eat apps at Fridays,
right?
And you're just hammering mozzarella sticks.
I feel like for you though, you just need to not eat cheese when you're drunk.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the safest way to go.
And to be honest with you, I've come to the conclusion. Sidebar.
Okay. Okay, fine.
That maybe I need to cut back on the drinking.
I mean, that's never a bad idea. Like, that could, alleviate a number of things, I'm sure.
I might do a no drink November.
Hey, you know what? There you go.
I might do it.
I've been thinking about doing one too.
Really?
I don't drink often, but like I've done sober months a bunch.
We should do like a competition.
I would win.
Fuck you.
Okay, so like what would we do for No Drink November?
I don't know. We'll figure out the details.
Okay, we can figure out the details because like it'd be a little difficult to do a competition because we're not with each other 24/7.
Well, no, it's the honor system.
Okay, I guess.
I mean, I'm honorable.
All right.
And I know your girlfriend will want to turn you in at any chance she got.
Oh,
so
cold-blooded.
I could just hit her up, be like, "Has he been faithful?" And she's like, "I mean, he's not cheating on me, so."
So yeah.
It is what it is.
All right, so we got a little bit of time left here in the show. So I figured for the last 15 minutes or so, what we can do is maybe dive into some other potential fears that people might have. And we're going to talk about some strange deaths.
Stranger deaths things.
There are some stranger things with these deaths, season 2. It was a bit of a stretch. Okay. So, and like so I was reading one article and like obviously all of these are very unfortunate. Like it's not to make light of the situation.
We do not wish death upon anybody.
No, or think that it's necessarily a laughing matter. It's just like they are listed as absurd and incredibly weird deaths, and we're just pointing out the fact that they are absurd and weird. One article I read just got really sad at the end though, so I found another one. I got too deep, and I was already like, this is crazy. So we'll see how much further we can go.
You're in trouble, by the way.
I'm in trouble. That was a hypothetical situation. I was not referring to.
Cold-blooded.
I'm speaking to Christy now. No, I don't think you're cold-blooded. Just don't turn me in. Okay, so going through the list. In Brazil, in 2013, a man was killed when a cow fell through his roof and landed on him while he was sleeping.
I have so many questions.
Oh, ask away. I may or may not have the answers.
How?
That's a good question. I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
So a Brazilian man died after a cow fell through his roof on top of him as he was in bed. The man had been in bed with his wife when the animal fell through the ceiling of their home in southeast Brazil. The cow is believed to have escaped from a nearby farm and climbed onto the roof of the couple's house, which backs onto a steep hill Wednesday night. So that is, yes, okay. It's not like the cow
jumped over the moon and landed.
You know what? Your reference was a little bit better. Okay, so this next one is an old one.
Okay.
A 19th century U.S. lawyer accidentally shot himself dead while defending a murder suspect because he because he was trying to demonstrate that the supposed victim could have accidentally shot himself dead. It worked because his client was acquitted.
Wow. That's going to bat.
That is going to bat for your client.
Wow.
So the guy was making the case of, well, no, the guy could have accidentally shot himself, like this, boom. And apparently everybody was just like, oh, yeah, valid.
Plausible.
Very plausible. A Canadian lawyer died while trying to...
What's with the lawyers?
Don't go in the law, man.
Yeah, right.
A Canadian lawyer died while trying to prove that the glass in the windows of a 24th floor office was unbreakable by throwing himself against it.
No.
It didn't break, but it did pop out of the frame, and he plunged to his death.
That is something, because I work on the 7th floor of an office building, and it is windows all the way around.
Yeah.
Open windows. So on my break, I will go to the windows and I will look out and I'd be like, I'm not even gonna breathe on it. No. I'm not even gonna attempt it, kind of thing. So that's some scary shit.
Right. In 2007, a man, deputy mayor in Delhi died falling off a balcony while trying to fend off a troop of attacking monkeys.
Wow.
I mean, hey, some places that's a concern
issue.
You got to worry about. Let's see.
Did you hear that monkeys are now in the Stone Age?
What do you mean?
They've officially announced that monkeys have figured out how to use stone tools on a daily basis.
Oh, really?
So primates have now entered into the Stone Age.
Oh my God, is this how Planet of the Apes starts?
Maybe.
Should we be worried?
Well, the fucking singularity is going to take everything out, so fuck it.
Oh my God, what? Oh my God. Oh man. Oh man. What if the singularity?
Humanity.
Oh my God, the humanity.
Damn you!
What if the singularity and the ape uprising occur at the same time? What if we get cyborg apes, man? Oh, you asked me what my fear was before. I think I just found it. Holy cow. Cyborg apes? Think about that.
Yeah.
They already know how to use stone tools.
They do.
Next, we're going to have computers.
Well, I mean, that's quite the jump.
Oh, man. Dude, it's 2017. People are jumping all over the place.
I mean, that's
oh,
fair.
God. It's so much nonsense. Okay. Let's see. In 2010, the owner of the company that makes Segways died after accidentally driving his Segway off a cliff.
I thought I heard about that one.
I don't think I heard about this one.
I thought I heard about that one when it happened. Just ironic.
Yeah, the British businessman who owned Segway plunged to his death after driving one of his famous two-wheel scooters off a cliff. Let's see. Happened early in the morning. Yeah. No foul play appeared to be involved. That's
besides the fact that he was riding a Segway.
So let's see. Robert Williams, a Ford assembly line worker, is the first human in history to have been killed by a robot. This is what I'm talking about.
Oh, boy.
In 1979, he was hit by a robot arm.
Oh, like one of those automation arms?
Yeah, but still, man. How do you know it didn't know what it was doing? It knew. That fucking thing knew. See, this shit has been happening since the goddamn 70s. And what did they do? They pumped everybody full of LSD and infected mushrooms, and now we've got apes using stone tools and Segways driving people off cliffs.
I don't think that's how that happened.
That's how it happened, man.
All right, well, I'll take your word for it.
I read history once. This is, okay. All the way back to 1518. Several people danced themselves to death during a month-long dance fever.
Wait, what?
This is one we need to look into.
This sounds like horseshit.
This sounds a little bizarre for even what this is supposed to be about. So dance fever, during which hundreds of people danced for about a month for no clear reason. What the fuck? So, and this is coming from the BBC, so you know it's legit.
Right? Yeah. They don't fuck around.
No. Sometime in mid-July 1518, in the city of Strasbourg, a woman stepped into the street and started to dance. She was still dancing several days later. Probably had some really good shit.
Well, they used to they would still listen. Pasteurized milk wasn't invented yet, and like you could still get have issues from not clean food.
Sure.
And what have you.
She was still dancing several days later. Within a week, about 100 people had been consumed by the same irresistible urge to dance. The authorities were convinced that the afflicted would only recover if they danced day and night.
How odd.
I mean,
how strange.
Just maybe times were simpler, maybe times were tougher, and
the devil.
So the devil did it.
Right.
And something about Kevin Bacon in a factory.
Right.
Warehouse. Let's see. The Greek philosopher once died of laughter after watching a donkey trying to eat his figs. I mean, come on, that'd be pretty funny.
Well, That sounds like there was some acid involved.
I mean, it'd be some old ass acid.
Sure. It all works.
True, I guess. Let's see. Health fanatic Basil Brown managed to kill himself by drinking a gallon of carrot juice a day in the belief that it would make him healthier.
It's turn you orange, right?
I don't know.
Well, that reminds me of the recent article of the fitness model that died from a can of whipped cream.
I think that was different because didn't the whipped cream can like explode?
Something like that.
Yeah, so like that's a completely different.
Well, no, but it's the same irony. Like it's the same like she is a fitness model into health,
and then a can of whipped cream kills her.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
It's not really where it's at, but that's
no. But you know, I kind of see where you're going with that. Let's see. And closing out the list here. Oh Jesus. An Irish woman died in 2008 after voluntarily having sex with a dog. The exact cause of the death is unclear, although it's speculated that an allergic reaction to dogs might have been the cause.
What the fuck? The fuck?
Oh, just gonna leave that one on the table.
Take it off the fucking table, please. But some other weird. Okay, well now we've gone through that list. Is there any other like weird ones that you can think of off the top of your head? Like there's the weird one of the woman who drank too much water and drowned.
Well, yeah, I mean like
there's stuff like that.
But like there are like legitimate reasons why to not do stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know, because your body really can only handle so much of anything, really.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, shit's weird.
It's weird. It is weird. It kind of. I just kind of got this memory of another near-death experience that I can bring up. It was when I was a kid. Again, another weird situation.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, for some reason, my older brother was always trying to kill me.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of people would be like, ha ha ha. Like, no, he was trying to murder me. He had
murder in his eyes.
Yeah. So I thought of two different scenarios that I have suppressed memories that have come to light to do this. One was when we were very little. We were in the basement. And in the basement, we kind of had a play area set up. And in the play area, that we had a toy chest, which was a toy chest, and it had the locking clips on there, like the little metal things you put on, and then you fasten it and it locks, right? Well, my brother thought it would be fun to put me in that and lock it.
Oh, of course.
And leave. Oh,
absolutely.
And I was like 4.
Yeah, okay.
And then my mom eventually figured out, hey.
She figured out one of you were missing.
Yeah.
And decided to go have a look.
Yeah, and like obviously that could have ended way worse.
Sure.
Than it ended up doing. Like you hear about kids that get locked in like the trunk playing hide and seek.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that, and then terrible things happen. But that was one of those things where it's just like, okay, you know, mistakes happen, kind of thing, right? Fast forward. To a year or so later, we were redoing one of the bedrooms in the house, and when they were redoing one of the bedrooms, us as the kids, we were trying to help them paint or whatever the case might be. So while we were painting, my brother found a nail that was on the floor or something like that. And while we were painting, he decided to take the nail and stick it in my back.
What? That's Jesus.
Yeah. And my mom was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Oh, I'm just trying to, you know."
I'm seeing what happens when I stab him.
Yeah, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, after that, I was just like, okay, well, I have learned to stay away from my brother. And thusly, I've tried to do ever since.
Okay.
So
might not be a bad idea.
So, have you had any family murders?
Not that I know of.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you at home happen to happen to have anything like that happen to you, feel free to let us know in the comments below, or let us know via email. That'd be weird to find out, but hey, if you want to talk about it, we are here for you.
We're open
in
to
case
anything.
you've happened to have a near-death experience that
That's
you'd
right.
like to share, or just like a really shitty sibling who, stabs you with a rusty knife. But yeah, you can email that to us, brainwreckshow@gmail.com.
Yeah, or you can hit us up on Twitter @BrainWreckShow.
Yep. Also on Facebook, which is facebook.com/BrainWreckShow, and on Instagram, which is the same BrainWreck Show.
And please hit that subscribe button right there on the YouTube.
Subscribe and share.
We got a ton of Halloween shit coming up for you. A lot of extra content.
Go through the Daily Rec. Let us know what you like. Let us know what else you want to see.
Exactly.
Let us know what you want to see more of. Or better yet, let us know what you don't want to see.
Yeah,
because we're going to keep
helpful.
giving you that shit if you don't say anything about it.
Exactly. And we'll listen, we swear.
Yeah.
And then we have a very special Halloween episode planned that will drop right on Halloween.
Right.
So please subscribe. You'll be getting all this extra content. Leave a comment below. And I think that's going to do it.
Enjoy life.
Yeah. Have a good time. Be safe on Halloween. Check candy.
Don't eat anything unwrapped.
Yeah. Watch out for razor blades and apples.
And people who give out pennies.
Assholes. Anyway, for this Brain Wreck, I've been Jason Axe.
And I'm Kevin Graham.
And this has been Brain Wreck. I don't have shit queued. Hold on. There we go. Later, folks.
Professionalism.